Hey everybody, it's Elena and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a everyday basic look. So this is the type of look that I would do if I have to quickly get ready or if I'm just going about a regular day. This is the type of look that I would do just because it goes with everything and any occasion. I could just throw this on and it'll be perfect. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look and what products I used, then definitely keep on watching. I'm going to be using Juvia's Place, the Nubian palette, to do this quick everyday type of look. First things first, we're going to prime our eyes. This is the Be Perfect Cosmetics Perfect Prime, my favorite primer, as you probably know. If you've been watching me for a while, this is the primer that I use in almost all of my videos. If I'm not using this one, I'm either using Juvia's Place Concealer as a primer or I'm using the Anastasia primer because I really like that one. Right, so, and this is the M173 by Morphe. In case you're curious, I always use this to buff out my eye primer or my concealer under my eyes. It's just an amazing brush for doing that. Alright, so now, first things first, we are going to go into this shade right here to put all over the lid as kind of like a setting shade, and we're using, again, the JS5. Alright, now that that is all down, we are going to start doing the actual look. Now we are going to dip into this shade right here, and we are going to just blend this shade in there with this one. And this is a JS9. Alright, so now that that is down, we're going to move on to the next shade. So the next one we are going to dip into is this one right here, and this is just going in the outer V only to deepen up the look. So I'm going to lightly tap into it because these shades are super pigmented, especially the dark shades. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M506. I'm going to stamp it on my outer V like that. I pick it up a little bit out of time just because you never know how pigmented it's going to be. So I stamp it first, and then with my eye open looking forward, I just do back and forth motions so that I can control and keep it where I want it to be. It also helps kind of like blend it out. I am going to take this shade right here, and that is the shade we're going to put down. And I'm using a Royal & Lagnical Revolution brush. This is the BX80. This is my favorite packing brush, my favorite brush to use for shimmer. Look at that shimmer, like, oh, Juvia's Place is winning. Like, if you haven't tried Juvia's Place, girl, what are you doing with your life? Because they're so affordable. And I did not wet my brush, so that speaks for itself there. Some of Juvia's Place shimmers you do have to wet your brush for, but a lot of them you really don't have to. If you want it to be like extra blinding, then yes, definitely wet your brush, but I feel like this is enough for me because this is how I want my shimmers to look. This is how I expect them to look, super blinding. Usually I have to wet my brush to get it like this, so yeah. And then boom, you're done. Now you can add eyeliner if you want to, mascara, and that's that on that, really. So I'm going to use one size Patrick Stars eyeliner. I really like this eyeliner. And I'm just going to do a really little wing because I can't freehand the whole thing and I didn't put shadow shields on. Just keep it moving. Now for my waterline, I use this eyeliner right here, and this is from the brand Real Her. It's a 24-hour eyeliner pencil. It's called I Am Amazing. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to mascara. My go-to mascara is Thrive Cosmetics mascara. This one is kind of, you know, dying because I need a new one, but this is the best mascara that you will ever use in your life. If you have not tried it, you need to try it. I believe they're sold at Ulta now, so you can actually go get it from Ulta instead of buying online and then waiting for it. This is my favorite mascara because, I mean, look at that. It did that without, you know, any help. And then taking it off, oh my god, it's so fucking easy. Like, you don't have to scrub to get it off. It just like comes off of your lashes with ease. That's basically it for the eyes. Now we can just do everything else. So for the brows, we use the Too Faced Cosmetics Chocolate Brownie. This is my favorite brow product to use on the go, or if I need, you know, to do it super fast. If I'm at home and I have plenty of time to get ready, I will use my BH Cosmetics Pro palette, which they don't sell anymore. Very sad about that, because if I run out, or when I run out, because I use it a lot, I'll be screwed because they don't make it anymore for whatever reason. Since this is supposed to be like super fast, I have no time. That's why I'm doing it so fast, and I'm not like taking my time to make sure that there's no messes, because it's something super fast to do when you have no time to be too precise. But it still looks fine. This is how I do my makeup like every day if I do my makeup. So now we're going to do the base. So I'm using this. This is the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. This is 118 Light Beige. So now for concealer, we're going to use Juvia's Place number 19. Usually, if I'm in a time crunch, I'll completely skip this step. But if I had a little bit more time, I'm going to do this because my eyes are dark. And then here's where that Morphe buffing brush comes in. If I don't have my beauty blender, then this is what I use. It's just perfect for getting like really, really close underneath the eye and in the corner here. And then as far as concealer, that's literally all I do. I'm not trying to be like these Instagram models who use way too much product. That's ridiculous. Trying to take some tips from Robert Welsh and not use, you know, unnecessary amounts of product, because it is unnecessary how much product they use. Now I'm going to take my powder. This is from Pretty Vulgar. This is the Powder Room 147 Matte About It Translucent Powder. I am taking a little bit of it on this Luxie 250 large eye blending brush, and I'm just going to put it where I put the primer. I'm going to like stamp it, and then I'm going to brush it away. And then that's it. That's literally all you have to do. With this type of technique, you will not look cakey, and you will add the brightness where you want it, where you need it. And that's the most important thing. We want the brightness without the cakey. Now I'm just adding it a little bit lower. I'm just tapping it there. I'm going to use a bigger brush to like wipe it away. So now we are going to bronze up. This is the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. This is my every single day palette. As you can see, it's been used and abused, except for the highlighter and the blush, because I don't really care too much for the ones in here, because I usually just use a different highlighter or brush. Blush. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH12 that I'm going to be using to contour. I would pick up the product, I stamp it, and circular motions, I just blend it, you know, into this area. To add some warmth to the face, because this foundation is not exactly my shade, so it makes me look a little zombie, vampire-ish. I would say vampire more than zombie. And again, I feel like I have to mention this because I feel like everybody who watches YouTube videos loves to be a critic I am not a makeup artist. I do my makeup like an everyday person. So yeah, you can critique me in the comments. That's cool, that's fine. But be respectful about it, because not all of us around here, you know, as makeup artists, professional, we're just doing our makeup like we do it every day. And now that the bronzer is on there, my face looks a little bit more happier. I'm going to use the brightening shade to do the inner corner. This is an amazing freaking like thing ever. Like the brightening shade in here, I wish came in like a really big size, because it's just amazing. I use it to highlight my inner corner and my brows because of how like perfect it is. So my camera cut off. I don't know where I left off, but basically what I was saying is I'm gonna have to rebuy this soon anyway, because I use the contour a lot, the brightener a lot, and the finishing powder I hit pan on. So yeah, the blush is really good and the two highlighters are good, but I feel like I have better ones in my arsenal. So I don't remember where it cut off, but I highlighted my brow and my inner corner with the brightening shade. Now we're gonna do a little bit of blush. We're gonna use the Island Time palette from Ophir Cosmetics. It has this beautiful highlighting shade that we're gonna be using, but for blush, I'm gonna be using this shade right here. I'm gonna use this BH Cosmetics number 5 from the Marble collection. I just started recently getting into blush because I always felt like blush made me look like a clown, but really I just didn't know what type of color I should be using. So I saw this palette was on sale and I was like, I might as well just get this one, because I can experiment with blush, because this is a blush palette. It just has one highlighter in it. And I actually ended up really liking it. I don't know what happened here. There must have been a different color blush on the other side of this, because that's a lot more pink than this side, unless I just added too much. So let's make it match, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a different brush. That's funny. But that's my nightmare right there. That's why I never ever did blush. This isn't stiff enough, so I'm gonna go back to the one that I used to buff out my foundation. So to fix this, I'm gonna dip into my finishing powder, and I'm gonna use this to blend it out. If you ever mess up with shades like that, you can do exactly what I just did by taking a lighter powder, or you can actually use a setting powder, like a translucent powder, because it's white. It'll help cancel out, you know, some pigment. But oh my gosh, the finishing powder on top of that made this look really blurred. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks really blurred. So that's like perfect. Right, let's move on to highlighter. So we're gonna use the one that's in here, of course. This is my favorite highlighting brush. This is from SL Miss Glam. It's the L36. I got this like years ago in an Ipsy bag, so I actually don't know if you can buy this individually. I don't think you can, because I think I've looked before. But her brushes are really nice, so I have a lot because she frequents Ipsy a lot. Like, hello, highlighter? Like, jeez. Alright, so now that that is done, we are pretty much done. The only thing that we would do, or that I would do, is lips after that. We're going to set our face. This is the Laura Geller Spackle Mist. It's the coconut water. It smells amazing. I freaking love it. Usually I will do this before I add mascara, but I completely forgot. Just because I don't like to add any type of water after I do any mascara, especially this one, because you never know. But it's fine because I've done it multiple times. I usually always forget, and it doesn't mess it up. So now for lips, depending on the day, like what I'm going to be doing, I'll just do a lip gloss. If I know that I'm going to be eating or drinking later, I'll do a lip gloss. But if I know that I'm not going to eat or drink anything, I'll do a liquid lip, just to save time, I'm going to be doing a lip gloss. I'm going to be using the Pretzel Drip from Jeffree Star Cosmetics because it matches the eye look. All right, and then that is that. So the eye look, face, everything is completely done. So that was the entire look. I know that that took very long, but if you think about it, it probably would have took you even longer if you were doing a more like complex eye look. You probably would have spent all of that time on just the eyes. So this is what a regular schmegular like everyday look looks like for me, if you were ever curious. Super quick, super easy, boom. Put it on, go out the door, you're good to go. Now that we have to wear masks, I usually don't do my base, I'll do just my eyes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful or entertaining for you. Please make sure that you like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, I really do appreciate it. If you do, click on the bell so that you can be notified when my videos go live and you'll never miss anything. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you next time with another one. Bye.